What's up, YouTube? It's been a long time. Uh, Seen some of you asking, where are the videos? Where are the videos? But I have no videos. Um, Been really busy. Been busy uh, trying to find different avenues of income streams. The, you know, preservation has been pretty good to me. But like I said before, there's your they decide who gets to work. So, some days you're swamped, sometimes you may be low on work, and it all depends on who the other contractors are. So, you know, you may do a job for 2 years and they take the job. You may do a job once and, you know, but, you know, that's their decision. It's up to them who they give the job to. So, I'm trying to get different avenues of income streams. It's been good. It's been good. Um, you can look on our Facebook page, Capital Preservations LLC, and see that we had some yard signs made up for leaf cleaning. Um, just so you guys get an idea, I got 10. I think I got 10 yard signs for about 130 bucks shipped, both sides, one color, about 130 bucks. And the first job we got called off of, you know, we made our money back and a lot more. So, you know, and now we have a couple more new clients that we have, and so we've already made the money back, and we're gonna continue to make money off the postings. Um, but make sure if you decide to do that, that you put your signs in good places, because most towns don't like them to be there. So you may put it there today, and tomorrow it's gone. So just keep that in mind. Another thing, different clients, different investors that bought 10,000 houses in our state, and they all need to be remodeled, or not necessarily remodeled, but um, minor renovations. Um, I'll post a video up of one we just finished up um, not too long ago, and we've got another one that we'll be finishing. That'll be finished next week, and then there should be another one prior to the following week. Oh, we got comments, huh? How come I can't see them? They're like just flashing on my screen, but I can't see them. None. Hide all chats. You do wholesale houses? Um, no, we don't do wholesales. Um, we don't. We're a property preservation company. Well, we're restructuring that to be, you know, just regular contractors that do property preservation. Um, but yeah, so no, we don't do wholesaling. Although I hear it's a pretty good thing to get into. Yeah, it has been a while. It's been a while, man. I've been trying to figure some things out. trying to buy a house and move. So, you want to talk about field inspections? Um, they don't pay shit. I mean, some people like them. Um, I mean, you can get like a hit a lot of houses with with not that much gas or whatever. But for the most part, the inspections don't pay much. But you get some of them do. Some of them, depending on the client, you can get like $30 for a field inspection. But other inspections, you don't. They might be like $5. So, to what you're willing to do, and you might, and it's like the coverage area is so. They always want you to have a large coverage area. So, like starting out, it's really not. It it probably won't be worth it. You have to stick with it, and just like every other field or part of this industry, you have to have that capital sitting there waiting. So that's what that is. That's what that's all about. Um, yeah. So back to what I was saying. You we've been doing that stuff, and we also, yeah, like I said, the kind of renovations. So we've been doing that. Um, you know, I just got a new contact from someone I met doing that to start doing some other things a little closer to my home. Basically the same thing. So when we when we're gonna see how that goes, see how it goes. But preservation is just it, it it's now time to get more of my own clients. Preservation is a great way to start your business. So never look at it bad. I would never look at it as a bad thing. So, because if it wasn't for preservation, um, I'm not gonna say I'd be horrible. I'd be in a very bad place because I'm a hustler. I got to get that money, man. I got kids to feed, and nothing else can get in the way of that. So, but if you a very good place. So, dude, I don't know what's up with these. You work with the banks? Yes, I do, sir. I work with I work with the banks. I work with companies that work with the banks. The banks, most banks want you to cover states at a time. I'm sure I can get in with some of the smaller banks and get contracts with that, but um, I don't know. I haven't. I'm. I don't want to do it in a preservation aspect. I want to do it as a contractor aspect because most of the pricing is already set for us, and there's contractors that do the same thing, but they won't do it for the prices that they want. So we do it for cheaper. They, of course, they'll give it to us, but then there's times when, like, you need a permit, things of that nature that they don't, you know, you can't get or you need, but they don't want to, they don't want to spend the bread. So I don't. I want to do it on a contractor side. So, I mean, there's a lot of work out there, man. You just got to go get it. You know, you hear about all the different ways to get it. Which way is the best way? I can't tell you that. It depends on where you live. It depends on, you know, people in your way might like the yard sign. Some people in your way might like a flyer that's in Wawa or something like that. I don't know if you have Wawas where you live, but they're everywhere here, and they're busy. Um, you know, but then it's like there's people that use the internet. Some people are different. Some people, all people are different, so they're gonna grab on to what you have their way. They might not like the yard sign. They might think it's tacky, and that you're disrespecting the town or something like that. So you got to get it how you fit in, um, or get it how your area likes it. But I thank you guys for the new subscriptions, the new subscribers. Thank you, old subscribers, for still being subscribed and things like that. And you know, just some words of motivation. Get out there and get it, because ain't nobody else gonna do it for you. I'll upload the video. I'll upload the video for of the house we just did, so you guys can just see what we're doing. No, I can't. I'm not gonna say they don't want to pay, but you think about it. I believe a lot of the pricing is fair for a lot of the stuff. All the most stuff is fair. They pay, but a lot of times they would pay a contractor. So if I go out to a property and it needs X amount of square roof for roof repair, you know, you can bid it, and they be like, well, the price matrix is this X, Y, and Z. You have to bid it like this, blah, blah, blah. And 9 times out of 10, it's going to come in cheaper than if a contractor did it. And then not only that, if a contractor comes in, the contractor wants half up front and the rest when he's done. You understand what I'm saying? With these companies, it's 30 to 45 days so you get paid. So even if it is the same price, it's not the same price, because inflation is at a 3% rate per year. Your money is you're losing. Your money's losing its value during that time. You might say it's not a lot, but it's happening. You know. So gas might be $2, just for say, $2 a day you do it, but then by the time you get paid, gas might be $3. You know what I mean? So, and I mean that's kind of our reality type thing, actually, because the way these gas is going. Look at the hurricane. Gas went up so high. I'm all the way in New Jersey. They complaining about, oh, can't get the gas there, this, that, and the third. Dude, there's stations here, but at the same time, why I don't, whatever, I'm just using it as an example. So I mean, I've only had one vendor that didn't pay me, out of all the ones I've dealt with. I've had vendors that just had a pay that was too long. Like one was 90 days after you invoice, and one was 60 days, but then you still had to call them and see, like, they didn't pay you until you called them and asked about the money. And then they mailed it. They didn't do direct deposit, which took even longer. So, I've, for the most part, I've been paid. So, But yeah. So I'll upload the video of what I got. I just want to do field inspections. Is there money to be made with it? Um, I guess you missed the part when I answered that, but I'll go over it again. It depends on who the client is. Some clients do $30 an inspection. Some clients do $3 an inspection. Some will pay you $2. Some pay you depending on what type of inspection it is. It might be $2, $3, $5, $10. But you know, and then it also depends on the volume. What kind of volume are they going to give you? If they can't give you a volume in inspections, you might as well just forget about it. Unless you go through multiple clients and do it. But what I would recommend is to, if that's what you want to do is inspections, go, start out doing it. I don't know what your background is or whatever, but start out doing it. Find out the requirements for um, like a home inspector, and and then as you're taking these classes, you can see stuff. You can see the stuff. There's going to be a lot of stuff out of code. I mean, a lot of these houses people lived in for a long time, and they did a lot of stuff on their own, or under the radar to save a dollar. So, cash, you can use what you learn in these classes and see what you learn. This way, you can be an inspector. Once you become an inspector, some you have some knowledge. You've seen stuff, and stuff will catch your eye. Also, like if you could be like a home inspector, you can be like like you'll know the code. So you could some towns contract inspectors. Like you have electrical inspector, you have a the building inspector, you have a fire inspector, things like that. Some towns contract them, and sometimes the contractor contracts. They'll contract another company to help them out. You know, because sometimes they're only available on a lot of they're only out on certain days, and he may want to go vacation in a week. On 1 week, but I don't know what your area is. So um, when a lot of people do this, like want to do inspections because they have a full-time job. So if you have a full-time job, you're going to do inspections. You getting off, unless you get off around like 2 o'clock, do not, or 12 o'clock. You're really, or you can work nights and do it in a regular job. You're getting off at 5 o'clock, like round time, like right now. You're not going to get anything done unless you do it on the weekends. But is your due date following on the weekend? So you have to. I'm not saying it to discourage you, but you have to take all this stuff into consideration before you before you take it on. But all right, so I'm gone. Any more questions? But if you have any, I don't want to discourage you to do anything, but also do your research, make sure everything's feasible for you, make sure everything is going to work out in your paper. You don't work to lose money, you work to make money. So once they start asking for favors and stuff like that, you really have to know what your limits are, because they're going to ask you, and you have to know and be willing to accept or decline it depending on whether or not it's possible. So you guys enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Keep at it. Peace.